The 2023 NFL Draft is in the books.
LT, the Dallas Cowboys, you tell me, too high, too low, or at 6, is it exactly right?
I think it's too high.
Where do all 32 teams stack up against one another with the draft now over? Well, without any further ado, let us dive right into it. Number 32, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 32. Cardinals GM Monty Austinford prioritized the long-term future, trading away the number 3 selection to the Houston Texans that netted them 2023 first and second rounders plus 2024 first and third round picks. Hurst Johnson Jr. and B.J. Ojulari were fine picks by Austinford, but only time will actually tell if he'll regret passing on the chance to take Will Anderson Jr. at number 3 overall. Number 31, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 29. The Bears draft was pretty meh. We would have preferred it if you was the number 10 pick on the more polished Peter Skoronski over Darnell Wright. But hey, at least they're trying to find a potential franchise cornerstone at offensive tackle for Justin Fields. Number 30, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 31. To the surprise of nobody, GM Chris Ballard used the number 4 selection on a quarterback, choosing to go with Florida's Anthony Richardson. Just like that, the Colts finally have a new franchise signal caller to build around. South Carolina corner Darius Rush, the number 138 pick in round 5, is a big-time hidden gem to follow closely. Number 29, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 30. Texans fans should be very happy coming out of this draft. They landed a franchise QB in CJ Stroud at number 2 overall, and then GM Nick Caserio decided to get even more aggressive by trading up to snag Will Anderson Jr. at number 3. So the Texans have a hopeful long-term answer at quarterback and a bona fide superstar on defense who will single-handedly take over games J.J. Watt style in 2023. Number 28, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 28. Kalijah Kancey and Cody Mock were awesome pickups by the Bucs in the draft, but are they seriously expecting Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask to provide competent quarterback play this upcoming year? No offense, but to us, the Bucs moves at QB tell us they're gonna be going all in on Caleb Williams. Just saying. Number 27, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 25. Only time will tell if the Panthers' decision to gamble on Bryce Young pays off. The trade up for him will either make or break this franchise. There are no in-betweens here. In my opinion, it was well worth the risk. Given the state of the hapless NFC South, it's not too crazy to think that Young could lead Carolina to their first division crown since 2015. Number 26, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 26. If Tyree Wilson comes as advertised, he and Max Crosby will make up one of football's scariest pass rushing duos. Getting Notre Dame tight end Michael Mayer in round 2 at number 35 overall was a pretty savvy move by GM Dave Ziegler. Jimmy Garoppolo certainly isn't lacking in weapons here, but we just wonder if the Raiders have enough on the O-line and on defense to bounce back in 2023. Number 25, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 24. We don't at all understand why Atlanta would use the number 8 pick on Bijan Robinson when they already had Tyler Algier. But anyway, on the bright side, Syracuse guard Matthew Bergeron and Utah corner Clark Phillips were excellent day 2 picks who could emerge as immediate starters. Number 24, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 27. The Commanders passed on a quarterback and instead added more depth to their stingy defense by taking Mississippi State corner Emmanuel Forbes at number 16 overall. Ron Rivera must really like Sam Howell's potential at quarterback. Looks like it'll be up to the defense to win them games. Number 23, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 23. Oh, so now the Packers decide to load up on offensive weapons in the draft, right after they trade Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, of course. I can't really say we agree with the Packers' approach at the draft. Lucas Van Ness, their first-round pick, is a fine player, but they have enough stars in the front 7. Number 22, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 20. Not sure if the Titans are truly a playoff contender in 2023, but Rand Carthen's first draft in the GM chair was nothing short of excellent, at least on paper. The Titans got perhaps the best offensive lineman in this draft in Peter Skoronski at number 11 overall. And in an absolute stunner, Will Levis went undrafted in round 1, allowing the Titans to trade up for the Kentucky Wildcat star at number 33 overall. The much-needed succession plan for Ryan Tannehill is now in motion. Number 21, Los Angeles Rams. Rams. Last time's ranking, 22. Although they didn't have a first rounder, the Rams still had the most picks in 2023, which is awfully surprising considering their tendency to trade away all their draft capital. TCU guard Steve Avila, Tennessee edge rusher Byron Young, and Georgia QB Stetson Bennett were all exciting picks. Avila and Young could be impactful day one starters, and Bennett just might be the successor to Matt Stafford. Number 20, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 19. Getting Oklahoma wideout Marvin Mims and Arkansas linebacker Drew Sanders at 63 and 67 respectively were huge wins for GM George Payton. Not at all a bad draft class for a team that had limited draft capital this year. Number 19, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 17. The Browns didn't have a selection until number 74 overall, where they took promising Tennessee product Cedric Tillman, a 6'3", 215-pound wideout who has the tools to be a fine number 2 option behind Amari Cooper. Hulking Baylor defensive tackle Siaki Ika, the 98th overall pick, is another fun prospect who could surprise as a week 1 starter. Number 18, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 16. Bill Belichick was definitely smiling when Oregon corner Christian Gonzalez fell to the Pats in the 16th spot. Day 2 picks Keon White and Marty Mapu fill voids in the front 7, while LSU wideout Keishon Butte, the number 187 pick, could totally emerge as the steal of this draft. Number 17, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 18. The Saints focused primarily on defense, taking lineman Brian Breesy and Isaiah Foskey with their first 2 picks. Nabbing TCU running back Kendre Miller at 71 was a sneaky good move with Alvin Kamara facing a suspension. The weapons are there for Derek Carr to really go off in year 1 with the black and gold. Number 16, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 12. Going way off the board for Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell in round 1 was classic Lions. Just when we thought they were headed in a new direction. Oh well, on the bright side, Alabama defensive back Brian Branch and Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker were excellent day 2 picks. But yeesh, that first round debacle is hard to overlook. Number 15, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 15. After a long wait, the Jets finally completed the trade for Aaron Rodgers. That trade alone made the Jets the winners before the draft even started. But speaking of the draft, the Jets sort of reached at number 15 overall for Iowa State's Will McDonald IV. We would have liked the Jets to have taken an offensive lineman there for A-Rod, but this is a wait-and-see kind of deal. But bottom line, Rodgers is a Jet. Party on, Big Apple! Number 14, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 10. Getting USC wideout Jordan Addison at number 23 overall was just beautiful. There's the new number 2 mini needs to replace Adam Thielen behind superstar Justin Jefferson. The rest of Minnie's picks come with question marks. We still think they could have done more to address an aging defense and lackluster secondary this offseason. It's unlikely that 3rd and 4th round picks Mekhi Blackman and Jay Ward will step in and make immediate impacts. Number 13, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 13. The Steelers won the draft after round 2. They traded up to 14 to get Georgia offensive lineman Broderick Jones, who immediately shows up the organization's biggest pressing need. And then, somehow, Joey Porter Jr., the son of ex-Steelers star Joey Porter, fell to Pittsburgh at number 33 overall. Wisconsin linebacker Nick Herbig, the 132nd overall pick, could also be a surprise week 1 starter who produces immediately. Number 12, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 11. The G-Men nailed their first 3 picks. Maryland corner Deontay Banks, Minnesota center John Michael Schmitz, and Tennessee wideout Jalen Hyatt. All 3 fill organizational needs, and all 3 could be highly impactful starters come week 1. GM Joe Shane hit this one out of the park. Number 11, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 9. Miami only had 4 picks, but still managed to land 2 potential gems in South Carolina corner Cam Smith and Texas A&M running back Devin Achane. Don't forget that many thought Smith was a first-round pick, and yet he fell to Miami in round 2 and joins a stacked secondary led by Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey, and Javon Holland. Number 10, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 8. Quentin Johnston was the ideal pick by the Chargers in round 1, putting them in a better position to move on from Keenan Allen next year. Day 2 picks and linebackers Tuli Tuipulotu and Diane Henley can only help a Chargers front 7 that's been gashed by the running game time and time again. Number 9, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 7. Jacksonville addressed its main roster need at offensive tackle by taking Oklahoma's Anton Harrison. So, quite frankly, we didn't care what they did the rest of the way in the draft. Penn State tight end Brent Brenton Strange was a good insurance pickup in case Evan Ingram walks in free agency next year. Number 8, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 14. Memo to the 31 other NFL teams: stop letting John Schneider and Pete Carroll win the draft every single year. At number 5, Seattle took the draft's top quarterback prospect in Devin Witherspoon. Say hello to the Legion of Boom 2.0 if he pans out the way we all expect. The Hawks landed another weapon for Geno Smith, and Ohio State's Jackson Smith-Njigba at number 20, and Auburn linebacker Derek Hall is another enticing prospect who could see ample playing time alongside Bobby Wagner. Number 7, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 21. The Ravens became winners immediately after they extended superstar quarterback Lamar Jackson. Then a happy Jackson got to watch Baltimore address its need for a wideout by snagging Boston College product Zay Flowers in round 1. Needing to fix up the front 7, GM Eric DeCosta got great value in Clemson linebacker Trenton Simpson at number 86 overall. Bottom line is, with Jackson back in the fold, the Ravens are a bona fide contender again. Number 6, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 6. We honestly didn't like the Cowboys draft that much. Defensive tackle Monty Smith was a reach at 26, as was tight end Luke Schoonmaker at 58. But the Cowboys still have one of football's deepest rosters. Jerry Jones already won the offseason when he traded for Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore. Honestly, they're still the 3rd best team in the NFC heading into 2023. Number 5, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 5. Loved Brandon Beane's aggression to trade up for Dalton Kincaid, giving Josh Allen another prolific weapon to take some of the pressure off Stephon Diggs. No clue how Florida guard Osiris Torrance, a plug-and-play starter, fell to Buffalo at number 59. Those are huge pickups for Buffalo. Number 4, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 4. The Bengals somehow got Clemson's Miles Murphy at number 28, and we cannot wait to see what he does alongside Trey Hendrickson and TJ Reader. Michigan corner DJ Turner and Alabama safety Jordan Battle add more depth to a young up-and-coming secondary. Number 3, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 2. The 49ers didn't pick until 87. There, they took Penn State safety Jair Brown. Then at number 99, they surprised many by taking Michigan kicker Jake Moody. But the 49ers have more than enough firepower and depth to win a Super Bowl. So honestly, we're not too worried about how their 2023 rookies pan out. Number 2, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 3. The Philadelphia Bulldogs, Eagles, again loaded up on Georgia defensive players. Howie Roseman took Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith in round 1 and cornerback Keely Ringo in round 4. It's just adding more depth and star power to what was already a scary good defense. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 1. KC took another promising defensive lineman in Felix Anudike-Uzomah at number 31 overall. They waited until round 2 to take a wideout and SMU speedster Rashee Rice. It's now up to Rice, Kadarius Toney, and Sky Moore to hold it down in the passing game alongside Travis Kelce. But what changes would you make to our post-draft power rankings? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.